anyway, I thought we had a good day. The last 3 Wednesdays, we have changed how we do things a little bit. We used to do our fundamental work, and then we would do team run. Team run, and then we'd have some scout work. And then we'd go ahead and go pass skill against the defense, offense versus defense. Then we'd have another little bit with the scouts. And then at the end, we'd finish with 11-on-11, offense versus defense stuff. But then one day we had weather, and we were trying to beat the weather, so we went ahead and did all the fastball stuff 3 in a row. We went team run, skelly, 11-on-11, right in a row. Knowing if the rain came, if the weather came, we could go inside and get our scout team work. And it just turned out to be really good. And we got the fastball in, everybody did a great job. And we tapered it down, took our pads off, and finished the day. Just working scout team stuff, mostly mental work. And I think it probably gave them a little better chance of recovering on their legs and stuff. So decided to do it last week, did it again today, and I think I like that routine. We may keep doing that for a while here, but it's a good day. So you guys can ask if you want.
Was yesterday the only full pads day?
Yeah, Mondays we've been going full pads, and part of Monday has been to scrimmage with some of the young people that haven't had a chance to play a lot. And this Monday I chose not to do it.
Should we draw the line to the injuries and everything?
It wasn't so much injuries, it was just that you gotta, when you're carrying a helmet, you carry a helmet and shoulder pads, it's just added weight to your legs and stuff. And I like to do things as a team, so even though a lot of the guys that have been playing on Monday don't scrimmage, and I know that, there may be 70 guys we know aren't gonna scrimmage. But I don't like part of the team in shorts and helmets and part of the team in shoulder pads or full pads. I want everybody unified. So everybody was wearing the pads or nobody was wearing them. And this Monday, I didn't want to carry all that weight around because we're hitting a stretch of so many games in a row where we want to. Plus, you want to have some juice here as we go the best we can.
You mentioned earlier this week that you may get Gurley some straight ahead running today. Were you able to assess this?
Yeah, well, I wasn't watching. As a matter of fact, I kind of saw, by the time I looked over there, he was kind of walking off the field. But I talked to Ron about it, and he did okay, but he's not ready to practice right now.
Is there an update for his status then?
I'd say about the same. I'm not going to count him out because he is progressing. He's getting better. If I say he's out now and on Friday he feels real good, then I would look kind of foolish. So, he's rehabbing. He's getting better, but not good enough to practice today.
So he just did a running kind of before practice, you're saying?
I was during practice.
But didn't take part in the
No,
actual...
he did not take any reps.
If he is indeed not going to go Saturday, who would you say the third string running back is at this point?
It's a good question. We're working Krampus, Harden, and AJ. Probably have to just figure that out at the end of the week. But those guys they all need to get reps and make sure they know what to do.
It has to be a tough decision with the red shirt on AJ right now.
Yes and no. I think he'd be all for it. I really haven't sat down with him, to be honest with you. But the other coaches have been talking to him the last few weeks, and he seems to be excited about getting reps with the ones and twos or whatever reps he's getting right now, and he doesn't look like a guy who's bummed out about an opportunity, a possible opportunity. He seems to be a guy who's kind of anxious for it, so that helps.
What did some of the injuries do to kickoff return? I know Justin Scott was handling some of those. You don't know the decision on that yet for this week.
Right. Well, we've had who's the other Davis.
Reggie.
Reggie's been back there the last little bit. So he'll be there. It won't be obviously it won't be Justin, but we were kind of phasing him out of there. We were liking what Davis was doing, and we rep Who else do we rep Sheldon Dawson, I'm trying to think, JJ, we rep JJ, you know, could be any of those guys.
Mark, is your expectation level for the defense different now than it was, say, 5 or 7 years ago, given how offenses are doing these days?
Not really, I mean, I think year by year, you just gotta know, what you're working with, what you're dealing with. I mean, there was a different expectation going into last season than there was going into this season. I mean, I think there's 9. I think I counted them up, and I think there's 9 guys in the NFL today on rosters, maybe injury reserve, whatever they are. Did y'all count them up?
No, that sounds about
I
right.
think there's 9, because I'll go, Sanders coming,
Yeah.
the 2 safeties,
Well, 7 drafted and then,
7 drafted,
yeah,
and Avery made a team, and has been playing some in Kwame.
yeah.
You know, so that's 9. Was Brandon Smith drafted? I can't
He was
remember.
free
Free agent, I don't
Free
think he's
agent.
stuck,
Okay, so the 7 that drafted made a club one way, shape, or form, and then 2 free agents made it. So 9 guys, you know, are on that, playing on the NFL, with the NFL now. So we're learning, we're growing, and sometimes growing is painful at times. So I'm not saying we're enjoying every bit of it, but we also have to understand that it takes time. And again, I know it sounds like a broken record, and maybe people don't want to buy into what I'm saying, but, you know, a big part of defense is to get them into those 3rd down and mediums and longs, and then you got to win those. You got to get off the field. If teams are moving the ball in such a way that you can't stop the run, you can't slow it down. Every 1st or 2nd down, they're already getting another first down. If we don't even get them to 3rd down, other than a 3rd and short, then I'd be really, really concerned. And not to say I don't have some concerns, but we've been doing a really pretty good job of getting them into those 3rd down situations. We just must get them off the field. And there's been some, you know, like this last game was a little unique in that Tennessee's playing from behind, or at least playing with the mindset that they better score touchdowns, or they may not be able to win the game. So a lot of going for it on 4th down and things of that nature. Of course, that stomping penalty that we had, well, you know, I mean, that'd have been one stop right there that may have kept some of the drama out of the game. You know, I don't know. But
Did you ever get clarification on
yeah, we, basically the rule is that if you make any movement, whether you're in the neutral zone or not, that's not normal defensive procedure. If it looks like it's designed strictly to get somebody to jump off sides, if they jump, if they flinch, you're the cause of the flinch, and the penalty's on you.
Wow, that's, the old days, you could get away with that. I mean,
Yeah.
it was employed regularly, right?
Yeah, but I
So
think.
you gotta
I
be
think the
set
same
on
thing is-
defense?
Yeah, well, you can move around all you want. And even like if you're, if your defensive line stems from, we call a movement, a stem, but if you're in a 3 technique which is just outside of the guard, and you shift down quickly to inside the guard or over the center, if you're shifting to a different alignment, that's considered a normal thing. But if you're just trying to do something either by your action, your movement, or by your voice inflection defensively, if you're just making a noise to try to get the guys to jump, and the referees think that you're the cause of it, then it's against the defense. Where I guess it's very similar to back in the day. You might have a QB under center, and he might just not only use his cadence, but just move his head real hard and fast and try to get him to jump. And they've kind of outlawed that, where the quarterback can't do that to try to get the defense to jump. It's the same kind of thing. It's just, can't remember the last time I've seen it, and for it to be so crucial, it was a little tough to swallow. But and you see guys doing that a lot, but if the defense doesn't flinch, no one says anything. So I mean, Sailors might have been doing that for 4 years, and somebody finally flinched. which was bad.
Did you actually see him flinch when you went back and looked at it on tape?
What's that?
Did you actually see Blake flinch when you went back and looked at it
Did
on
I
tape?
see him do the little stomp
Yeah,
thing?
did you
Oh,
see
yeah,
it?
he did.
Okay.
I saw him do
couldn't-
it.
That's what I said to you.
I saw him do it when he did it.
Okay.
Is that what he was trying to do? He was.
But I was right there on the
Yeah.
neutral zone. I try to stand on the neutral zone.
Okay.
Because if I see them in the neutral zone, I want to help the official, you know? And so, I mean, I saw him do his thing, but he was not in the neutral zone, so I thought we were good, we were golden. I'm like, we're good. Because, you know, I always thought it was, if you're in the neutral zone, if you're in his space and you cause him to move, that's a penalty. But whether you're in the neutral zone or not, if you make an action that's not normal defensive play in the official's mind, then it's against you, so.